by some of these bigoted Hindutvavadis. And Hindu atheist would be okay, but a Hindutva atheist is the most dangerous. Because the Hindutva atheist, though he is at a, or she I should say, is at a loss to justify all the claims made by those who consider mythology as science and history, they can still say, no, we respect that sentiment. And today, we are all fighting against a single bill, which is called as the Citizenship Amendment Act. Why should anybody fight against that is the question. But when you look at it, we get reminded of what I think our Martin Niemöller said. First they came for the trade unionists. I did not object because I am not a trade unionist. Then they came for the communists. I did not object because I am not a communist. Then they came for the Jews. I did not object when they came for the Jews because I am not a Jew. Then they came for me and there was nobody to stand for me. So that is what we are aiming at today in this country. By a Citizenship Amendment Bill, by what we call as a register of citizens, where you have to prove that you are a citizen of this country. And that too, even if you are not a citizen of this country, if you profess a particular faith, or you claim to profess it, you can become a citizen. So that is the gist of the matter of the whole Citizenship Amendment Act, against which thousands and millions are on the street today in this country. They are protesting because in this country one never had to prove their citizenship. It was a job of the government to prove that you are not a citizen. But today we have to prove that we are citizens. What does a person like me do who doesn't have a birth certificate? How can I get my father's birth certificate or my grandfather's? And even if I don't have it, it's okay as long as I say I'm a Hindu. But I am an atheist. I do not follow a religion. So I do not automatically qualify to be a citizen of this country if I cannot prove my citizenship. And mind you, we are opening this country to the persecuted people from the neighboring countries. Fine. But most of the persecuted people from the neighboring countries who have approached the humanist movement for protection are those who can be called as Muslims because they are born to Muslim parents. Yes, and I think we have got very famous people who are on that list. They will never get a chance for asylum in India or become citizens of this country because they are not Hindus, Christians, Jains, Sikhs, Parsis. And in that list, the most persecuted in these neighboring nations, the ones who are killed, the atheists are not included. Please remember that. So today we are standing at the crossroads, I should say, in this country, where we have to fight non-science, anti-science, and this religious bigotry which has gone to a level that it is saying, it is making you believe in a particular belief system to be a citizen of this country. Because that's what it says. So all my friends, who are the ones who are going to suffer? It is the marginal sections, not just those who are following blindly a faith which came from the deserts, but it is also the Adivasis, it is the scheduled castes, it is economically backward people who do not have any records. They are the ones who are going to suffer in this. And I'm sorry that I have to bring it up in an international atheist conference, but it is a fact today that atheists are one of the most persecuted, most hounded, and the most killed groups in this country today. We are the ones who are asked to go to Pakistan. We are the ones who are called as seculars. We are the ones who are called anti-nationals. We are called as the Tukde gang. For those who may not know, understand this Indian terminology, it is the gang which wants to break up India. And we today are facing all this. Yes. Yeah, urban Naxalites. Yes, urban Naxalites. Yeah. We've got all these labels. In fact, we've got so many labels that you can't even stick them on our forehead. If you want to stick them on our forehead, you may have to write it in microscopic writing. So maybe they'll fix it on our chests and on our backs, like they used to do in Germany for the Jews with that star. So they may make us carry a billboard saying that I am an urban Naxalite, I am this, I am that. So when we are facing all this, we are facing it bravely, we are taking it head on, and we are standing up for humanism, for justice, for liberalism, and for secularism. In this country, everyone has got a right to express their views. So that's what we stand for, and that's what, as the president of FIRA, that's what I declare today, that FIRA stands for these values, and this is what we are going to fight for. So thank you very much for this opportunity.